So here, I mean, I think you have to be, particularly as a founder, you have to be really straightforward with yourself about what your strengths and weaknesses are, and really like chart it out on a spreadsheet. This is what I'm really good at. This is what I'm okay at. I can do it, but I'm not great. Here's the things that I'm really out of my depth and I'm out of my league. And for each of them, try to figure out, is it worth my time to get better at this? Is it worth the company's time for me to get better at this? Or do I need to find a team member who can compensate or excel in those areas? So I found like letting that guide me when I write out that business plan and all the things that need to be done. What can I do? What can members of my team do? Kind of push that same rubric and framework on your team members, and help you identify, because particularly with a startup, there's so much that you could potentially do. It's hard to identify exactly what team member you want. Do you want a head of community? Do you want a head of customer service? Do you want more coders? Do you want more designers? Do you need more biz dev people? And every decision you kind of make along those lines, particularly when capital is limited, is really going to shape the future of the company. So as you go from kind of being your entire company to being a company that has 2, 4, 5, 10, 15 employees, you kind of have to run that test every single time. And then generally, I just ask around, and it's funny, people submit resumes, and like we'll put up posting positions on kind of the typical job recruiting sites, but 90% of the time we wind up going with someone that was recommended by someone that I know. And I'll ask a lot of people in the New York ecosystem, like, who do you know that's really, really smart and is great at social media marketing or SEM or SEO? And I'm disproportionately likely to kind of take a lot of recommendations and take interviews based on that, and to ultimately hire because of those recommendations. You want to be able to know, it's so hard with hires, like who someone is on paper is so often not really representing their drive or their motivation or their ability to work around problems, their ability to kind of iterate quickly, to be flexible, to identify when they're in over their head, or what they're working on is not coming out well, and they can tell you that so that they can get in more help. And an interview can help you figure that stuff out to some extent, because it can help you figure out, like, how does this person think? But there's so many situations that you just don't know until you're working side by side with someone, how they're going to react, and are they the strongest possible candidate for this job. So that's where asking recommendations, doing a lot of background calls, who has this person worked with before and what do they have to say about them? At the end of the day, your team is your company, particularly as your company goes beyond just being you, and is the work of kind of you and a collection of people. And making the right choices there is what's going to make or break you.